Amazon India has fired close to 1,000 employees, and Goldman Sachs has reportedly fired 500 plus employees from its India offices. 2023 has started on a disastrous note for the corporate India. Now, this is expected to continue in the entire year. Why is this happening? What are some of the things that you should know about these layoffs? And also, how can you prepare? How can you handle these situations? In this video, we are going to talk through these two things: why and how these layoffs might impact you specifically, and also how can you handle these situations. Let's jump into the video right away. The first topic is what's happening in the corporate world right now. First thing, a lot of startups, the late stage startups, for example, Byju's, their valuation has dropped by 73%. And a lot of other startups, late stage startups, are also facing similar crisis situation that their valuations are dropping. Now, why is this important for you and me? Because when late stage startups valuations keeps dropping, employees who have stock options, the value of those stocks is also coming down. Typically, for any startup employee, the stock vesting options, these constitute close to 15 to 20% of their overall salary. And now that 15 to 20% of the overall salary value is going down by 75%, why would they stay in the company? They're actively looking out for other jobs. The second set of people is from Amazon and from Goldman Sachs and from other big corporations which are currently taking layoffs as the primary route. These companies had from IITs, IIMs, and some of the best colleges in the country. And this top-notch talent is now out in the market looking for jobs, which is creating a bloodbath. Employers are happy to take these guys at lower salaries, so you might not get the salary that you deserve. Number three is not just the startups and also the big companies, but companies like TCS and Infosys, which have traditionally been like hiring a lot of employees, are coming up in their quarterly reports and saying that, hey, our utilization rate is low. When their utilization rate is low, which means that they do not have enough work for the employees that are already in the company, so they are not going to hire more people. Now, these things are important for you because if you are still going on Naukri, if you are still going on monster.com and applying for jobs, you are competing with a pool of candidates who are really hungry to get that next job. Their salary or their expected compensation is going down. They graduated from top colleges, right? And also they are not doing any work right now at their workplace. If you really want to differentiate and put up a best application possible, you need to think about unconventional ways. The first one that I would highly recommend is going on LinkedIn. Making sure you establish your brand presence on LinkedIn, your personal presence on LinkedIn. I'm not going and saying go write a post every single day or go write an article every single day. That is not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is go post or at least go comment on the folks' feeds who you want to go ahead and like work for. For example, if you are working for Amazon and if you want to work for Microsoft, go look out for the folks who are from Microsoft and start commenting when these guys go and post something on LinkedIn. Two things will happen. Number one, subconsciously they will start remembering you because you are actively going and putting out content on their post every single time. The second thing that can happen is whether you get a referral from them versus not, that's secondary. The important thing is you will start having conversations with them and you'll start understanding the culture of the company. Why is this important? Because when you go sit in an interview, you can say that I know these things about the company because I follow these people and I have interacted with these people. These people would also be interested in having a conversation with you because they already know you. They know you because you are responding on their posts. Do not ignore that fact. People have always been traditionally going to Naukri, going to monster.com or going to some other job search websites to get a job, but you need to think unconventionally. You need to impress. You need to first go and understand the market, understand the company, and build that relationship with the recruiter, the manager, the HR person, whoever it is. And LinkedIn gives you that ultimate platform for doing that. Please do not ignore that. The second way you can think about it is please go and upskill. Well, you might be bored about upskilling as a word, but unfortunately, none of us take any action to upskill ourselves. Just to give you a short story, I was writing a recommendation letter for one of the students who was willing to pursue masters in business analytics, and one of the questions was, hey, how do you rate this individual on written communication? How do you rate this individual on oral communication? Well, I rated that individual very highly. The point is, these things are important not just for your masters but also for your next job. So please do not think these basic things for granted. Please push on these things so that when you are in that position, you can differentiate yourself from others. And you can ask, hey, how do I improve my writing skill? Writing skill is one of the most difficult things. Please go write on LinkedIn. As we discussed previously, it's not only impactful for creating a relationship, it will also help in improving your skill itself. Now, on the foundational skills, writing and also oral communication are important. The same way, structured thinking skills are super important. That's the reason why management consultants typically get great exit offers when they leave consulting and when they join any industry or company. If you are looking to jump into any other company, industry, whether it is consulting or not, try to improve that structured thinking skills. Go watch this video that I made on what structured thinking actually means. Spend 5 minutes on that video and come back and comment over here if there is something that you have learned from that. My bet would be that, hey, you will learn in that 5 minutes how to think and how to communicate your thoughts in a structured way. The third thing that I also want to highlight is this is going to be a tough time, and the market predicts that these tough times won't last for more than 2 years. 2022 was already a tough year. 2023 max, by the end of this year, situation should start getting better. If you are thinking about a higher education degree, whether it's an MBA, Masters in Business Analytics, or just Masters in Computer Science, or any other Masters as well, this might be a great time for you to think about it and put in that application where you start the college in 2023 later. Think about these options. It is not the time for you to wait for that layoff news to come to you and then go put out a message on LinkedIn saying that, hey, I need a job. That is not the right way to do it. Please think about the alternate ways and see if you can at least get started with one of these ways right now. I hope this is helpful. Please do share it with a friend or two who might benefit from some of these alternate ways. Take care, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.